Going live. Hello, everybody. Thank you for viewing this, first of all. This is just my brief thoughts about this George Floyd incident. And yeah, I'm just gonna, just try to be objective as much as possible. And, um, just talk straight up about it. Okay, let's get straight into it. Okay, so my thoughts on this particular matter are that, to be honest, I kind of expect it, and I don't want to. I'm not insulting any country or anything like that. I'm from, the UK, and in this, um, where I am, I receive racism as well. I mean, I've received racism in the past. It's just a part and parcel of life. Um, I know times have changed, but for me, you can't going through a lot of going through all different types of racism in the past, etc. Being a person of color, you can't help but get away from it. I mean, regardless of what you see on the TV sensationalizes a lot of the world. Whenever you see like the movies, etc., it's like, oh, we're in an idealistic society. Everybody is multicultural. Everybody's together. There is no number one and then number two. Everybody's equal. Everybody's awesome. Everybody's living it. Reality is, no, man, no. It never has been. I don't think it will be. People have got prejudices. There's no doubt about it. But you have to be, for myself, for my personal self, and I'm just saying this for myself in general. You have to be objective as a human being to human being. Whenever you're judging anybody, you have to be objective towards them. Sure, you're going to have preconceived ideas about people, about their culture, about the way they behave, etc. But you have to be objective overall with them. And that's what I am. That's what I try to do, and with every human being, God willing. I believe in God. Whether you do or you don't, that's your choice. But when I first heard about this, it was like, no surprise. No surprise. To be honest, I haven't seen the video, and I don't want to because it's going to upset me. I'm just going to be angry more and more, and it's going to, it's not going to help. But yeah, because it's like over here where we are at, you still feel you still feel like you're not, that you don't belong as such. You know what I mean? That's the mentality you feel, and that's the mentality you face. Maybe it's a subconscious thing that colored people feel. Maybe, but being objective about it, no. There are a lot of people with preconceived ideas, preconceived beliefs, and preconceived racist um, emotions toward others, and it's fair enough. People do have it. You do tend to look at people and then go, okay, they do have that preconceived idea, and then you know what, they're not going to go away from it. And the thing over here is you don't have we have gun control. In America, you don't have gun control. So I think giving a lot of power to the police in regards to this, it can easily get abused just like that. So seeing that has happened, well, I haven't seen it and I don't want to. It's not something that I can go, you know what, I didn't see this coming. You know what I mean? Of course I did see it coming, because quite frankly, you've got the power to use guns. at will over there. The police have a lot of authority, and then for them to actually for them to actually basically go, okay, it's okay, it's no big deal, you know. Oh, I mean, like, no, you know, yeah, for the police to actually behave in that manner and go, okay, we're just going to kill some certain people or certain in a particular manner. Apparently choked, you know, didn't let him breathe, put his knee on his neck, and basically wouldn't let him breathe, and he passed out. They didn't revive him either, and then the other police didn't help him as well. So in general, when you see that, well, I haven't seen it, but when you hear about that, you can see where the power really lies. It's easily not with the people. And I think that's a problem. There is no doubt about it, especially when the fact that they have guns. It's not good. Um, yeah. As far as be towards, you know, like the Afro, you know, the black community. Yeah, man. What can you say? It's pretty bad. It's really bad, and the fact that, to be honest, I'm. It's expected, man. In this day and age, it's still expected because look, I know we've all grown up with all, you know, the black athletes, you know, the top guys, you know, Kobe Bryant, LeBron, Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather, you know, all the great black athletes that have been around in the world, even in the sprinting, etc. You know, you got to give credit where credit is due. Um, but reality is, I mean, that's just a that's just a small part of you know, life. That's just a small part. I mean, the music industry is kind of pushed as well. A lot of it's, you know, like, okay, Chris Brown, etc., and all the others, they push the, you know, as though that, you know, the black communities, the, you know, the big dogs and stuff like that, which maybe they are. I don't know. You know, I'm sure, you know, 50 Cent, you know, all of them, and it is shown to be very multicultural, but TV and stuff like that, we kind of need to stop watching stuff like which is fictional and pushing their own narratives. Um, that's my opinion. And we need to look at bare facts, and stuff like this does need to be exposed and pushed out. As far as rights and stuff is concerned, I don't think that's appropriate. Protesting, yeah, it's fine. Rights, no, I would not advise that. And yeah, I do. It's, look, the guys at the top in the sports and all the sporting athletes, etc. You know, they're pushing the name, pushing the narrative far to next level. The thing is, though, yes, there is a lot of racism, and there will always be. It's not gonna go away. I don't see it going away. I really don't. A lot of the media, which is fed into the main living rooms of different people, it's all vetted, and it's all pushing their own narrative in a nice direction. And it's same over here, man. But overall, man, overall, things gonna get better. I think it all starts from within, and I think generally, um, I mean, I've seen a lot of the movies like was it Menace to Society and stuff like that, where Lawrence Fishburne was there. I think what it is, we have to kind of look after our own societies as such. Um, I don't mean race societies. I think communities itself need to be have a leadership program as such, and there should be a lot more integration in that regard, which we do have over here as well. But over there, I think a lot of that needs to happen. And I think this whole narrative of everything is great, amazing, and lovely, and this person's at the top, that this person's not getting any racism or whatever it is, and these people are pushed, etc. This is this is all just media, man. The media is just pushing things which sells for them, makes them business. And so they're just going to do that. They're just going to push their narrative, but they're going to push the truth. No, they're not. So I think by us sharing on social media, by us talking in terms of like this, it's a good thing. It's definitely a good thing, and I think we need to continue like this. Yeah. That's all I got to say on this particular matter. I know this is not really a sports, like a professional wrestling type of talk or, combat sport talk as such. But what I mean to say is, yeah, we do see a lot of color and culture, mixed culture, when we see sports and stuff like that. And that's what kind of unites a lot of people in the world. But we can't really focus completely on that, because the reality is communities are living, they're going through good times and bad times, and we need to look at that and focus more on that as opposed to what we're doing right now with sports and everything else. It's always showing, oh yeah, this person, he came from the streets and then he got out of it and now he's somewhere, etc., which is good. It's all good, but what about the streets? Maybe we need to clean up the streets so that we don't have to feel this void of being poor, and then you've reached instant success now. The fact that you're an amazing athlete, etc. Okay, that's it. Just me, just talking. Like I said, yeah, I'm not surprised, and it's I don't. Maybe I will be surprised if I see the video, but I don't want to see the video. It's quite yeah. I could see this happening. Just saying. Because a lot of the media now, when you check it, it's like, oh, it's all lovey-dovey, amazing, everything. It's just pushing a narrative that sells and promotes what they need to promote. But the reality is what we saw, and with George Floyd. God rest his soul, and God bless him. And yeah, I don't know what else to say really. Let's hope, and let's all stand and fight against all this racism. It's complete and utter garbage. All forms of racism, whether it's to any community, against all of it. Okay, I've talked enough. Have a good day. Peace.